Everybody, welcome back to the channel. This isn't going to be like one of my rant videos. This is going to be more like a essay, my thoughts on the cancellation of The Acolyte. If you're one of those people who's like, yes, I'm so glad The Acolyte has been canceled. I hate that show. It's so woke. Probably not the video for you. You're certainly welcome to stay. Maybe you'll change your mind. But for everyone else, I hope you enjoy the video. The cancellation of the Disney Plus show, The Acolyte, came as a bit of a surprise to me. It's the first of the Disney Star Wars shows to be canceled. The Book of Boba Fett and Kenobi haven't been outright canceled, but I think most of us can safely assume we won't be seeing Tatooine in either context anytime soon. That isn't to say that we won't be seeing Tatooine at all. Somehow Star Wars always leads back to the desert planet where this entire saga began. But anyways, what surprised me about this cancellation was that while The Acolyte was flawed, I could see the vision. I was invested in the potential presented by a Jedi story, not specifically about the Skywalkers. It felt fresh, and the ending of season 1 left infinite possibilities. Sadly, we'll never see what was possible. Story threads set up in season 1 will forever be left to dangle. Or, I mean, maybe they'll be like finished in a comic book or something, but it won't be on our TV screens. And even if you weren't a fan of the show, I think that should disappoint you. This write-up isn't really about The Acolyte specifically, or even Star Wars generally, but instead it's about the television industry as a whole. The streaming arms race started by Netflix has resulted in a TV landscape that is wide, but mostly barren when it comes to the quantity of episodes. It's like a desert planet. Like Arrakis. Every studio feels the need to create a spectacle more than a show. Incredible sets and costumes, premium actors, and of course, an enormous budget. When Lost premiered in 2004, the pilot episode cost between $10 and $14 million, which at the time was a record. According to Screen Rant, each subsequent episode had a budget of about $4 million. This is how we were able to get 22 episodes a season, except for season 4, which was cut short due to the writer's strike. Conversely, The Acolyte cost $180 million for 8 episodes, or $22.5 million per episode. With a budget like that, the show had to be a hit. There was simply no room for error. Unfortunately, it just wasn't a hit. So Disney canceled it. And this all makes perfect sense from a numbers perspective. If you spend a lot of money and get little return, and the word of mouth is mixed, you're not going to be throwing money at the show for a second season. But I feel this is missing a huge part of what makes good TV shows, and that's allowing them time to find their footing. If you followed my work at all, you know that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is one of my favorite shows. I even have a podcast called The Sunny Day Review where I talk about it. But if I'm being brutally honest, that first season is rough. Had the first season of Buffy released today, that show would have been canceled swiftly, despite the potential you can clearly see while watching. As such, we would have been robbed of some of the greatest moments in TV history, and David Boreanaz wouldn't have been on TV for like 30 years straight. And I know you like David Boreanaz, because if you didn't like him, he wouldn't have been on TV for like 30 years straight. Other times, a show is great from the jump, but it takes time to find its audience. Undoubtedly, you're familiar with Breaking Bad. It's one of the best shows to ever be on TV. But when it premiered, very few people were tuning in to watch the dad from Malcolm in the Middle and a random new actor dressed like Eminem cook meth. The first season had an average of 1.41 million viewers. And that's bad now. But back in 2008, that was really bad, even for AMC. Fortunately, AMC stuck with it, and most importantly, struck a deal with Netflix to stream the series. Many people, including myself, discovered the show there and shared it with their friends. So many people that by the time the series finale came around, 10.3 million viewers tuned in to see how Walt and Jesse's story would end. I just find it difficult to imagine a show performing so poorly today and being allowed to find its audience over time. I'm sure there'll be exceptions that you can point out in the comments, but so many things need to go right for us to get the most out of a show today. So I want to propose that maybe it would be for the best if streaming platforms stopped investing only in high-budget shows. Instead, focus on smaller projects that don't need to be a hit right away. Or maybe instead of spending $100 million on 8 episodes, you commit that money to multiple season orders. This will work out better for viewers who know that more episodes are coming and they're not going to have the rug pulled out from under them after just one season. And it will work out for streamers because they won't have to take massive swings immediately that need to pay off right away. I think we will get back there someday. Hey, maybe a streaming platform will make lower budget shows and support it by having companies buy ads that can play throughout the runtime of a show during specific breaks. No, that would never work. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the channel. If you like this video, please subscribe. Check out our podcasting channel, Better Radio. That's where you can find the Sunnydale Review, as well as all of our other podcasts. And other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.